Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another episode reaction to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is Haarute, my name is Matt. Hello, what is up? Okay, so we're starting a new season today. Hi. Last time we finished season 3, but in between season 3 and 4, I recorded a little almost 5 hours long video that after I edited it, it was like 3.5 hours, called the Buffy Guest 2, where I talk about season 3 extensively. And if you haven't checked that one out, then make sure to do so. It's just 3.5 hours of me just talking about season 3. So if you want to hear all my thoughts on season 3, it's in that video. Anyway, we're starting a new season. We're starting fresh. Season 3, we graduated from high school. We had an amazing season. We had an amazing, I don't even know what to call Faith, a hero turned antagonist, but she ended up being some sort of an ally at the end. And we also had a really good main antagonist, though I think that all of the things that made him really good happened before the final episode. But more importantly, we graduated high school and we blew up the school. And it's interesting to me because this show has like 7 seasons. And this show to me just feels like, high school shenanigans, high school adventures. But realistically, that's not even like half of the show. So I don't know where we're going to be going now. I mean, we're going to college, that I know, but beyond that, I don't know what the structure of the show is going to be anymore. So yeah, I'm guessing it's still going to be some sort of coming of age, but it's maybe going to start being a little bit more adult, which is going to be interesting. I will say though that I've heard people say that season 4 is maybe divisive. Season 4 is maybe a season that people don't like as much. I mean, something I did know is that seasons 3 and I think 5 are the ones that people really like. But beyond that, I don't know much else. But I have heard like 1 or 2 people say like season 4 is a little bit, So that's going to be interesting for me. Like maybe it's going to be like season 1 where it's trying to like find its place. It's trying to like figure out what to do because it is maybe going to be a new formula because high school is over, so the show kind of has to reinvent itself, and maybe it takes it a little while to get there. We'll see what this is. I will say I'm going to be watching this episode 1 of Buffy 4-1, and I'm also going to be watching some episodes of Angel. And in fact, I have a list here of episodes that I will be reacting to, okay? Because I will watch Angel, but for the most part, I'm going to be watching it on my own time. I don't know if I'm going to make like weird Patreon videos for that. If I do, they're going to be completely unedited and just fuck it, just throw it into the void. But even then, I don't think I will because it would just be a mess to record. It's just not going to be fun. I'll watch some on my own time, but I will be reacting to certain episodes. And for those episodes, it will take the slot of a Buffy episode for that week. So instead of getting a Buffy episode, you'll get an Angel episode those weeks. And I have a list of episodes here. And you can tell me if you like this list or not. I asked many people on Patreon, some people on YouTube, someone I know who has seen Buffy and Angel, and this is how I came up with this list. And the general consensus is going to be that there's not going to be general consensus. People are going to be divisive whether or not they want me to watch Angel or not. So what I decided is that I'm going to be watching it on my own time, and then I will be reacting to certain episodes. And those episodes are, for season 1 at least, the first episode, Angel 1-1. Maybe I'll watch Angel 1-3. I'll figure that out later. I'll ask people around. But 1-3 is one that I'm not fully sure on. I'll be watching Angel 1-8 and 1-9. Then I'll be watching Angel 1-18, 1-19, and 1-22. Okay? So in total, we'll be watching 6 or 7 episodes of Angel while we watch Buffy season 4. And that is going to extend season 4 of Buffy a little bit, unfortunately, because I don't have an editor and I only edit as much as I can do. So I'll edit those Angel videos instead of a Buffy video that week, and then we'll go back to Buffy. Although I think that there's some of these episodes that I'll have to watch like them in a row, like Angel 18-19, I think, or 8-9, I'm not sure. So that's gonna be like 2 weeks without Buffy, unless like I watch both of them at once. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those, but I'll make a video on those episodes. Okay, that's the point I'm getting to here. So yeah, I'll watch the rest of Angel in my own time, and maybe I'll report to you guys how I feel about them in some form. but these are the reaction episodes that I will be doing of Angel. I've also asked someone like, what is the watch order? And I have a watch order. I just have to look it up, and I'm lazy. But I do have a watch order, and I'll make sure to follow it. Okay. I also don't know the titles of these episodes. I was very adamant to tell people not to tell me the titles, just the numbers. That's all I need, really. Although by the time I try to find the episodes, I'll probably see the title, but okay, it doesn't matter. So that's the update on season 4 and Angel. That's what I'm going to be doing. Let's watch the episode. I want to get this out of the way as quickly as possible because I foresee this week being a busy one for me because there's going to be like family staying over. I don't know how productive I'm going to be, but I was pretty productive last week. So I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling high spirits, you know, but I am not promising anything because every time I think to myself that I'm going to be doing great, I'm not. So I'm just going to hope for the best here. But okay, let's just watch this episode. But this is the first episode of a new season, and what that means is that you can actually watch this episode alongside me. So there will be a link in the description below where you can watch my full reaction to this episode, full length, completely unedited, and you can just watch the episode alongside me. And that's only for the first episode of the season. That's the way we do it on this channel. And if you want to see that for other episodes, you can join the Patreon. Link in the description below, pop up on screen. Support the channel, watch early reaction episodes and full-length episodes for all of Buffy. But for this episode, it's for free, so you can watch it alongside me. So link in the description below for that. Okay, let us begin. So, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, season 4, episode 1. Let's go.
Introduction to the modern novel. A freshman, you might like that.
Damn, I like your hair, girl. You look awesome. I mean Willow, not Buffy. I don't like Buffy's hairstyle right now.
Don't want to be caught unawares. I've been busy.
Zombie.
Giles said I have to be secret identity gal again.
That makes sense.
With a roommate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how college works in the US.
How it's gonna work with my extracurricular activities. I gotta stay sharp.
Is he like, you know what? I better not fuck with her.
Is this guy ever gonna wake up?
Oh, I was told by someone to not look at the credits until the second episode, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, in college you have like roommates and shit in the US, don't you?
You're in the wrong group. You belong up by Weizmann Hall.
I like how it drops us like right in the middle of her just not knowing what the fuck is happening.
Have you accepted Jesus Christ as your personal savior? You know, I meant to, and then I just got really busy.
I've heard about 5 different issues, and I'm angry about each and every one of them.
Oh, I still need to get my ID card.
Oh, I got mine this morning. The lines are really long now. You should have gone early.
I wonder if we'll get to see any of the previous characters. I'm guessing so, but do they go to this in college or?
And letting this place just thrust into and spurt knowledge into...
What are you?
That sentence ended up in a different place than it started out in.
Yeah, like.
Boyfriend! It's my on-campus boyfriend.
Right?
Oh no, it's just so overwhelming. Don't you feel completely disoriented?
Oz! Do you know where they're distributing the work-study applications?
Back at Richmond Hall, next to the auditorium.
Thanks. See ya, bro.
Go get him. Well, the band's played here a lot. Still all new. I don't know what the hell's going on. Hey, Doug.
He belongs more than she does, yeah. She feels like the other one out. Oh, library.
Too bad Giles couldn't be librarian here.
Well, he says he's enjoying being a gentleman of leisure.
You heard anything from Xander?
Not for a while. He's still in this cross-country see America thing.
What the fuck? Did he go look for Anya?
I hope he gets back soon. It'd be fun to have the whole gang back together, you know? Hang out in that library. Wow.
Why didn't... Okay, yeah. It used to be really cozy. Now this is a little bit overwhelming.
Cozy?
No, it's not cozy. It's not.
Introduction to psychology.
I'll get him. You know, this store discriminates against short people. Oh! Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
That was bracing.
The books were just too high, and then everything was bad.
Let's put a few of these down here.
Why were the
So,
books?
are you girl? You have
I'm
a lot of fun
suspicious
with
of this
Professor
guy.
Walsh. She's quite a character.
You've taken it?
I'm a TA. I'll be helping the professor out.
Like, why
Well,
were the
and
books
this is
up
my friend
there?
Buffy.
He's really tall, so I could have placed them there and just duck under it and be like, oh, I hope some girls like knock them into my head. That sounds stupid, but I believe
And
it.
I love it.
Why is that guy just in just a towel? Is that like a normal thing? I guess these are the dorms. Okay, who's the roomie?
Oh, hi. Are you Buffy? Kathy.
Hi.
Hi, Kathy.
It's nice to meet you.
You excited for classes tomorrow?
Do I know this actress?
I bet there's gonna be a lot of parties to go to this week too. Not that I'm a crazy partier. Oh, and I'm not always this hyper either. I'm just excited.
Is that Celine Dion? I like Callie so far. She looks like such a loser.
The point of this course,
He's just like drinking whiskey.
the point is to examine its
Do you know
current
this class is
being.
fully?
And there are two people talking at once. A blonde girl. Stand up. I'm very excited to hear what you have to say. It's worth interrupting my lecture for.
I was just asking if the class was still open, if I could still sign up. They told me that if I just...
Do you understand? You are sucking energy from everyone in this room. They came here to learn.
Like,
Get out.
that's what you're doing, pausing everyone's lesson.
Leave! Thank you.
You know what? I'll stay in the, like, if that were me, I would just stay standing there and I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna stay here because I hate you. Fuck off. I mean, I dropped out of high school. Like, I would just not deal with a lot of this shit. I don't know if college works like this. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I hear all sorts of stories, so I guess it's just literally up to the professor.
This is Psych 105, Introduction to Psychology. I'm Professor Walsh. Those of you who fall into my good graces will come to know me as Maggie. Those of you who don't will come to know me by the name my TAs use and think I don't know about, the evil bitch monster of death.
That's a good title.
If you're looking to coast, I recommend Geology 101. That's where the football players are.
I mean, they're really making sure to make this, like, entire episode just a terrible experience for her. I mean, not just for her, but for the audience as well. Like, you feel like sucks.
I'm Buffy, by the way.
Eddie,
Sub Eddie.
Okay.
Victim or antagonist?
of Human Bondage. Have you ever read it?
But I'm not really into porn. I mean, I'm trying to cut way back.
No, there's no actual bondage. It's just a novel. I've read it like 10 times. I always keep it by my bed.
We have a security blanket. Unless, of course, you count Mr. Pointy.
Mr. Pointy?
Like, yeah.
nice to look
Is
through
Mr.
inside.
Pointy Kendra's stake? It's cool that she still keeps that. Alright, cool, Eddie. Are you... If you break the... He's dead. Who the fuck?
Did you lose your way?
Whomst? Should I recognize her? I mean, who the fuck? Alright, anyway. He's gonna be a vampire next time we see him. Wait, are they... They're setting up shop in college, I guess. I don't know where this is. Oh, they're faking a note from Eddie.
He just took off, packed his stuff, left a note.
Okay.
Happens sometimes. Some people just can't handle it.
He didn't take the book that he said he really liked. So that's sus. Are they just going over his stuff and being like, well, we can steal? Who's she?
We have to kill some cooler people.
You never eat just one.
Yeah, I'm hungry. What a shock.
It's like, wow.
I gotta get me some.
Okay, so he's dead. No, he's vampired up, I guess. Some David Bowie here.
Giles?
Oh, cool.
Rupert, is this blue cheese or is it just cheese that's gone blue?
Okay.
Rupert, you have a guest.
Buffy, hello.
Hi.
Is this a bad time?
No,
This is just life now.
Buffy was a student of mine. And how is university?
Pretty much the same as high school in the sense of I need help.
So, trouble with,
With the
Study.
everything.
This is a bad time.
you keep saying that.
I think someone had just a little too much free time on their hands.
I'm not supposed to have a private life?
No,
Yeah, like...
because you're very, very old and it's gross.
Well, before I succumb to the ravages of age, why don't you tell me what brings you here?
There's a student missing.
And?
And we need to stop this. We need research and charts and stuff.
I still don't see where I fit in. You haven't described anything that you can't do yourself.
This is not my job anymore, man.
I mean, your safety is more important to me than anything, but you are going to have to take care of yourself. You're out of school,
Okay.
and I can't always be there to guide you.
I'm sorry to bug you.
Buffy,
Oh, no. I mean, yeah, you're right. I can handle this.
I am here if you need me.
She's gone?
That's...
Did you help her?
I'm not sure.
Yep, that's what I would say too. That's an interesting interaction. I'd like to talk about that later. That's Eddie.
Eddie?
Yeah, but it's not Eddie. It's Bampei. Bampedi. Tom Petty.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Oh, you're dead. Well.
Slayer.
All right,
This
that
is
was a
Sunday.
trap.
I'm Sunday. I'll be killing you here in a minute or so.
We have 3 more seasons, so.
Are we gonna fight, or is there just gonna be a monster sarcasm rally?
Yo, is anyone holding?
Okay, but you gotta share the eating, cause I'm thinking Slayer's blood's gotta be, whoa, like Thai stick.
I thought people were like that anyone would be caught dead wearing that.
Oh. It's okay, she's just going to see Barbie in cinemas 2023. Like, literally, who the fuck is she? She just showed up and we're establishing her as a Bostia vampire, like, immediately. Running away? Okay. Nigga on the old Smokey! Oh, damn, she fell. Is she injured? She's clutching her chest. Or is she holding her hand? Maybe she broke it or something. Yeah, it looks like her left hand isn't doing great. She doesn't want to trouble them, of course.
Honey, how are you?
I'm okay.
Don't worry about me not using my left arm.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
I
her
didn't think you'd
room.
be back for a couple of weeks. But I didn't move anything. It's still your room.
Yeah, but
I just really didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Neither did I.
Hello? Hello?
weird. Why does it feel like literally the Whoa, they already did it to her.
The
Is that
whole
him?
world in front of her, and she comes back to this dive.
Why are y'all here? I was just thinking, this is gonna be a Sandals episode.
Tell me.
Grand Canyon.
He's lying.
Well, I saw the movie Grand Canyon on cable. Really lame. Basically, I got as far as Oxnard and the engine fell out of my car. And that was literally. So I ended up washing dishes at the fabulous ladies' nightclub for about a month and a half while I tried to pay for the repairs. No one really bothered me or even spoke to me until one night when one of the male strippers called in sick, and no power on this earth will make me tell you the rest of that story. Came trundling back home to the arms of my loving parents, where everything was exactly as it was, except I sleep in the basement and I have to pay rent. How's college?
Male strippers.
No power on this earth.
There was this vampire and she took me down. I don't know how to stop her.
Then where's the gang? Avengers Assemble, let's get it going.
Well, an Avengers reference, like, so long before the actual big hit Avengers 2012.
What if I can't cut it?
Slaying?
Slaying everything.
Life is just too much right now.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate.
You're saying the Sith code?
No, wait, hold on. Fear leads to hate. Hate leads to the dark side. Hold on, no.
I mean, Phantom Menace just came out.
Point is, you're Buffy. I've gone through some fairly dark times in my life. Scary things. Among them, the kitchen at the fabulous ladies' nightclub. When it's dark, and I'm all alone, and I'm scared or freaked out or whatever, I always think, what would Buffy do?
Aw.
You're my hero. Let's put this bitch in the ground. What do you say?
Sure.
I say thank you.
That's a good talk.
And nothing
I
says
like that.
thank you like dollars in the waistband.
Can we stop talking about the strip club?
Yep, for a little reconnaissance?
You mean where we all sculpt and paint and stuff?
No, that was the Renaissance.
Oh. I've had a really long week.
That's one of those conversations where, like, she says something and I'm like, wait, what? And then I'm like, wait. Like, I'm trying to catch up to what she thought. I'm like, girl, what? So what we do here is that you drop out the building with, like, 2 machine guns and just fucking kill everyone like fucking John Wick.
My diary?
Uh-oh, score.
I'll hurry.
Laugh all you want. This time we play it my way. And the rules are gonna be just a little
Don't. I couldn't even finish the sentence. I knew it would happen. She was like too confident. I'm like, okay, here comes the joke. Here comes the punchline.
This is a diabolical plan. Throw yourself at my feet with a broken arm and no weapons of any kind. But you made one mistake.
What was that?
Well, I'm not actually positive, but statistically speaking, people usually make it.
Does Buffy have a history of emotional problems? Because on my request form, I was pretty specific about a stable non-smoker.
I don't think this is her handwriting.
We've probably been so wrapped up in our own petty lives that we totally miss the circumstances. We're bad friends.
How are my guys?
We need to go.
I don't know you, do I?
I just wanted to hug a girl.
Is Buffy in danger?
She's in a holding pattern. We've got some time.
And I mean, yeah, she's not gonna get there.
This
No!
is my favorite item.
Don't you fucking dare.
You don't want to touch that.
You're fucking dead. You're fucking dead, Missy.
Starting to suck.
Alright, we're here. Cool. I didn't think they would get here. She killed a stoner. I like the stoner. He's the only one that I liked.
How does that feel? Let me answer that question with a headbutt. And for the record, the arm is hurt. It's not broken.
Cool.
Need a hand?
No thanks. I'm good.
Cool. Her pose just like, oh, fuck, I'm dead.
Buffy!
Hi,
Well.
Giles.
I've been awake all night. To hell with what's right. I'm ready to back you up. Let's find the evil and fight it together.
Well, you're late, but thanks.
The evil is this way?
My room is. Hey, Giles, can you get this box on top?
College not so scary after all, huh?
Turning out to be a lot like high school. Which I can handle.
I mean, if I can kill all of my problems physically, then we're cool. Well, this guy ran away. Are we gonna set up next main antagonist? What is it gonna run into? Who's there? What the f- He got tased? What the f- I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. This is fun. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna tell you immediately where my mind goes to. Like, that's setting up like what's gonna be like main antagonist this season, or at least like a storyline that we're gonna follow this season, and it's gonna be like the fucking government or something like that. They're like kidnapping vampires to experiment on them and use them for future weaponry or some shit. And like Buffy season 4, Buffy fights the government of the United States of America, like the CIA or some shit. Like that would be fun. All right, episode 1, season 4. While I was watching it, I was thinking, it's funny how like the first episode of each season has to feel like there's a problem with Buffy feeling like she's like she doesn't belong, and then we have to dedicate the entire episode to like fixing that. Like this is how it is literally the first episode of every season. Like at this point it's kind of like a meme. It's something that they have to continuously keep doing. So like at the end of this season something's gonna happen that's gonna make Buffy feel not great, and then the first episode of the next season has to be her feeling not great and how to solve that so she can go back to the usual, so she can continue to like be functional for the rest of the season. Like that's kind of how it feels like, because this episode is like, okay, I'm struggling to adapt to college, and that's like the entire episode really. And then at one point it becomes like, you know, there's some vampires and shit that we can like fix and kill. But like I saw like a Tumblr post recently that was said something like, I hate how most of my problems are abstract or systematic. I want to fight more of them with a sword. That's kind of what it feels like to me when watching this episode, or most episodes of Buffy really. Like, because sometimes we have a problem that it's something that we can't just fix. It's something that we can't just solve. And this episode kind of feels like it. It's like, okay, Buffy's going to college and she feels out of place. She feels like, okay, there's a lot of stuff that I have to deal with and I feel like I don't get it. I feel like I'm slow. I feel like my friends are focusing on their own lives instead of helping me out with my stuff. Which is, and like, even she goes to like Giles and she tells Giles, and that conversation is interesting, and I'm gonna talk about it in a second. But like, at the end of this episode, the episode ends on like a triumphant note, and it's entirely because we found a villain and we just fucking killed her, and that was it. And like, it feels like Buffy's going to have problems that are not going to be easy to solve, but the way we solve them is by pinning all of that onto a singular person and then fucking killing that bitch, and then that's it. And that's kind of where the episode went. I'm intrigued as to whether or not next episode it's still going to feel. I'm guessing it will to some degree. You know, we're still trying to figure out what to do. Buffy's still gonna feel like a little bit like I don't get what I'm doing here, and I'm still trying to like fit in. But right now, at least for this one episode, it felt like we didn't really give her an answer about it. Well, we had one in the form of Sander, which was a pretty good scene. Let me go back to it actually. I'll watch it again and let's actually listen to what Sander has to say. Because there's a pretty good scene. Also, did Buffy see Angel at the bar? Was that Angel or was just some other guy that looked like Angel? But anyway, she runs into Sander and he was pretty good. The point is, you're Buffy. I've gone through some dark times in my life and I'm scared and freak out or whatever. And whenever I do, I think, what would Buffy do because you're my hero? And that's kind of the whole conversation. I mean, it was longer, but at one point he just starts reciting the Sith code from Star Wars, and it's just like, where are we going, man? But like, it was fun because on some level, it feels like that scene cemented Sander's role in the entire dynamic, because it's like, okay, Sander was missing for like most of the episode, and then he shows up and he's like kind of the hero, because what Buffy needs is just someone to be there and just be fucking stupid but supportive, and that's what Sander accomplished. He showed up and he was like, here's a funny story about me being a stripper for money. Anyway, what's up? And then Buffy's like, well, I feel like shit. Well, she didn't even say that. Sander had to drag it out of her because he can tell. And then he was like, well, fuck it, let's go kill this bitch. He literally called her a bitch. So I'm like, okay, damn, like he's motivated. And he also said like, you're my hero, Buffy. And it's a little bit heartwarming. It's also like putting her in a pedestal a little bit, which I don't think you should do. But at the same time, it is nice to see how he sees her. And she gets to see that a little bit there. And she feels motivated by it. On some level, Sander's just saying, like, fucking, let's go do it. You know, you can do it. So let's go do it together. And he's willing to help. He helped her out immensely this episode. I guess in some level, it feels like this is when you should realize what Sander's like role in the dynamic is, where like you don't often appreciate him, but like him being able to like pull us out of our own misery by being the fucking silly guy. Telling us like silly stories, self-deprecating ones. It allows us to breathe a little bit, you know? And he's also supportive. He's helpful. Sometimes he's annoying, but he generally is helpful. I want to talk about the Giles conversation because that was an interesting conversation. I like that at the end, this lady that was with Giles, she asked him like, "Do you help her out?" And Giles was like, "I'm not sure." And I watched that scene and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not sure," because like I can tell what he's trying to do here. Like, he says, like, you know, if you need help, I'm always here. And then it's like, well, she's literally approaching you for help right now. And you're not helping. You're telling her, well, you can do it. So it's one of those things where, like, well, because I guess the situation is not so much that she feels power. I mean, okay, she felt powerless because she fought the vampire and lost. But on a different level, she also felt alone. Because everything that we saw in college is that she just felt alone. Like Willow is with Oz, and even Oz has like people that he knows in the college because he played there with his band before. Like Willow just seems happy to be in classes, so Buffy's the one that continuously feels like, what the fuck am I doing here? She doesn't even like her roommate Kathy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Kathy. I actually kind of like Kathy, but Buffy's like, well, Kathy is like a little bit weird, and she's Norse, and that's really it. She's Norse. I guess she likes Celine Dion. I like Kathy so far. We don't know much about her, but initial thoughts is that she seems like a fucking loser, and I like that. I like Kathy so far. Like, she just seems like the weird girl that like struggles to like keep up with stuff. I like her. I like a loser girl. I think we need more disaster failure women in our lives. There's never enough. But yeah, Buffy feels like she doesn't fit in. Like, that's why she approached Giles. Giles is like, hey, you can handle it on your own. But it's like, yeah, but that's not what we do in this show. This is the power of friendship show, you know? Like, I want to have my friends help me out. So, like, the fact that Giles immediately just goes like, well, you can do it. You know, like, you're capable. I know you can. So, okay. I can imagine someone watching this episode and feeling like maybe Giles feels a little bit out of character. How dismissive he might be. I can see that, but also not really, because at the end of previous season, I actually talked about this on the Buffy cast. Giles as a character, the moment that he left the council because he stopped being Buffy's watcher and he started taking Buffy's side on things, particularly towards Wesley at the end of previous season, Giles character started like transforming a lot. And most of it happened like in the background, but it was very interesting when you think about it. Giles is a character that before he used to be someone that was so strict and so determined to do what the council told him to do, following the Watcher code or whatever. And the reason for that is because he felt like that was a way for him to like make up for some of his past mistakes in life. I like that. I like a character who is ridden by guilt and is deciding to anything that he does goes through that filter first, and then that serves as the motivation as to why they do it. However, after he got kicked from the council and he started taking Buffy's side on things, it felt like that was a moment of realization for him that like just dedicating your life to this like cause or whatever, like that, there's nothing there. Like you're not actually focusing on what's truly important. Because at some point he just realized like this whole Slayer and shit and stuff, like sure it's important, but at the same time I just want to make sure that she's happy. Like and if they go against that, then well, fuck them. And the moment that he frees himself from his duties is the moment where he reclaims a little bit of his own ego in some way. Because before he was like sacrificing his own like happiness in order to just do his duties. But at some point previous season, he just decided, you know, my duties are just not good sometimes, and I shouldn't sacrifice my own happiness for them because you know what, they're just bad anyway. So instead, I'm just gonna focus on following what my own feelings tell me, and my own feelings tell me to help Buffy out. So he started listening to his own like feelings and thoughts instead of like guidelines. And as a result, it makes sense that he as a character is starting to become a little bit more loose. So at the beginning of the season, we see here he has a partner of sorts. This woman just drops by and he gets to hang out with her, and they probably very likely fucked. It felt like before Giles wouldn't do stuff that would allow him to be happy and stuff. But now he's like, you know what, fuck it. Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with me doing something like this. I'm an adult, you know? It's fun that Buffy approaches the situation and she's like, oh, this is a bad time. And Giles is like, no, there's nothing wrong. What's up? And Buffy just straight up says it. She's like, there's another lady here and stuff. And Giles is like, yeah, but what's the problem? Like, and it's this thing where like Buffy, she's not used to seeing this side of Giles, but now Giles is more like a real person, and he has like feelings and wants and needs, and he has his own life to live, and he basically tells that to Buffy, and he's completely in the right for saying those things, by the way. Like, it's weird for him to be at this point in his life, but it makes sense in like a character journey perspective. So I can understand why Buffy would be like, no, this is weird. This doesn't feel like something you would do, but it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. So she just kind of has to get used to that. But then at the same time, Giles goes like, it feels like he maybe goes like one step a little bit too far where he doesn't clue in as to what Buffy needs right now. And he just kind of goes, you know, like, you can do it. It's fine. Like, I'll help you out if you need me. But like right now, it just sounds like, you know, standard reconnaissance mission, and you're used to doing this kind of shit by yourself. So why do you need me? But then it's cool that at the end of the episode, he just goes and it's like, oh, Buffy, I have all these weapons and shit. Let's do it together, you know, because I was thinking about it. And he was eating away at me. And it's the thing. It's really fun because it's like, I like Giles a lot. Like, he has one fucking moment in his life where he decides, you know, like, I'm going to be a little bit selfish. I'm going to focus on just me and my friend here. We're going to have a good time together. And Buffy's telling me, you know, like, we're going to go and kill vampires or whatever. And I'm like, God fucking do it. Like, I'm busy today. Like, you probably got this anyway. Like I know you and I know you're capable, so I don't know why you need me. But then he like thought about it and he was like, fuck, there was probably a reason why she came all the way to my house to ask me for help. Oh, fuck, God damn it. Like, he stayed all night just thinking about it. He was like, Buffy, I got you, girl. And it just comes in running. It's a little bit endearing. I feel a little bit bad now because it's like, man, like, he deserves to, like, just chill for, like, a day or a week or whatever. Just now that he has free time, he deserves to just, like, chill and not have to worry about vampire shit for a little bit, you know? Yeah, his character has changed, but it hasn't changed that much, you know? At the end of the day, he still felt guilty and he just came running like, I'm gonna help. So it's like, okay, it's a little bit fun. Okay, but yeah, he's unemployed now, and he just spends his free time just fucking. Moving on. I'm really sad the stoner vampire died. I really like the stoner vampire. Like, that's probably one of my favorite vampires we've ever seen in the show. Generally, when you see a vampire in the show, it's like, who gives a fuck, right? It doesn't fucking matter. But like, the stoner vampire was fun. I like giving vampires like cartoon levels of simple personalities, and you don't really need anything else because it's just like a vampire for one episode. Like, it's not gonna last very long, so it's like, well, fuck it, we can do whatever with this character. It's just gonna last like, I don't know, fucking 10 lines tops, just 2 minutes. Yeah, sure. So I like to think that literally when they were just figuring out, okay, we're gonna have this like goth girl vampire. She's gonna be like the main vampire of this episode, and she's gonna be like cool and difficult to kill and shit. And she's gonna have like minions. Okay, we're gonna need like 3 minions or whatever. Okay, so there's gonna be a fat girl. There's gonna be a fucking stoner, and there's gonna be another guy, I guess. Yeah, sure, fuck it, ship it. Like that's probably how the session went. That's what I like to think. I like the stoner vampire. I'm sad he's dead. Even when he died, he was like, whoa. The goth girl, when she died, she was like. Like, she did a pose, like a JoJo pose. Like, she was so indignified. She was like, oh, god damn it, I'm dead. And then she just exploded. That was fun. Anyway, what did we talk about in this episode? Dude, what's up with this fucking teacher? The teacher from, like, the movie class or whatever? Pop culture. What the fuck was the teacher from pop culture? Okay, here's the thing. I am, like, a couple of layers removed from this. Because, first of all, I'm not American, so I have no clue what American college professors are like. Second thing, I never went to college. I dropped out of high school. So, like, I am, like, a couple layers removed from, like, I don't fucking know what college is like. But my understanding of college was that, like, people usually don't give a shit there. Like, professors actually give a shit in high school to some degree. And those are the teachers that are just gonna call you out on shit. But when you get to college, everyone's just like, oh, fuck it, I'm tired. And you just see that professor here is just like drinking. And it's like, sure, I believe that. But then at the same time, he's like he's such a piece of shit. Like, not only he called Buffy out on stuff, he like interrupted the whole class for it. And then he was blaming her for it. And I'm just like, dude, you're the one that's busting the class for this. She very clearly she feels bad, and it's her first year. She doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And she was like explaining herself to him. And the guy's just like, fuck it, fuck you, leave. He like literally... It reminds me of like a Blind Wave meme. A Blind Wave is that reaction channel that I watch. And in that channel, there's like a funny moment where one of them just screams like, leave! That's what he reminded me of. And I was like, fucking... I mean, I'm 26 now. So like, if I had been where Buffy's at that point, I don't know, she's like 19, something like that. I don't know, I probably would have been like a little bit more shy. But if I now, as a 26-year-old, I would have been in that situation, I would have been just like, you know, fuck you. I'm just gonna stay here. I'm just gonna stand right here and I'm gonna look at you. And I'm gonna say, fuck you. And then he's gonna start screaming at me and shit. And I'm like, you know, you're the one that's wasting time for all these students. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just standing here. Like, this is your fucking problem. Fuck you. Like, that's what I would do. Because, like, that's such a shitty thing to do. It's always interesting for me whenever you look at the way some adults treat children, teenagers. The way people treat some of them is, like, so shitty. It's not just a shitty thing to do because it's like they start blaming themselves for a lot of shit when in reality it's just like, no, this adult is just a piece of shit. And like a lot of academia works like that. So just seeing that happen, I'm like, this is like too much, but it's probably common to see some stuff like this. In that situation, you have to like, I understand that people this age probably don't realize that, but you should be able to just like stand up and be like, you know what? Fuck you, man. What the fuck are you doing here? You're a terrible professor. You just call them out on that shit. Anyway, Buffy makes a friend in Eddie. It's funny because like Eddie shows up and I'm like, victim or antagonist? And then like 2 minutes pass and I'm like, victim. So yeah, she made a friend and then her friend immediately died. Buffy in this entire episode just felt like, man, we're just going through like a checklist of like, her life is miserable. How do we show this? And then just kept going. I think that's gonna be it for this reaction video. I don't know what else I can talk about. Willow has a new hairstyle. I love her hairstyle. I think Allison Hannigan also lost a little bit of weight, maybe. I don't know if that's the case, but I think so. that doesn't matter as much as the hairstyle. I really like the hairstyle. I like the shorter hair. I like that it goes like a little bit like this, you know, has like a little bit of shape to it, you know. I like Willow's new hairstyle. That's my review for this episode. I think we saw Angel in this episode. I don't know if that was Angel or a dude that looked like Angel. I mean, Angel shouldn't be in this town at all, so I don't know what the fuck's deal with that. I guess I have to watch Angel 1-1 now, so I'm going to be doing that next time. I don't know if I'm going to be releasing that this week or next week instead of Buffy 4-2. So I'll figure out what to do with that, and yeah, you guys just get to see it. So yeah. But anyway, that's going to be it for episode 1 of season 4. Thank you for being here. And alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode reaction to Buffy. If you would like to watch the next 2 episode reactions or Angel, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to be doing, check out the Patreon, link in the description below, social media, all sorts of cool stuff that I do. I'll see you guys next time. Take care everybody, bye bye.